This video is going to explain to you our first big unit in English class, the narrative unit. And the narrative unit is going to be a unit where you're going to read fictional short stories. You're going to read some personal narratives written by people that are not famous writers, but had something they needed to share, a story that they needed to tell, something that happened to them. And then you're also going to be reading some poetry. When we get through all that and we finish studying the elements of short stories and narratives, then you will take a unit test. And then after you take your unit test, you will write your own fictional short story or personal narrative of your choice. Now, there are going to be pretty much three, kind of four, I'll kind of explain that, choices of journeys that'll be set up, a 5-week journey that's set up for you to take. Some of you will finish the things in 4 weeks, and some of you will need all 5 weeks. It depends on how focused you stay in class. And maybe if you do some on your own time at home, that's your choice. And how diligent you are about getting the work done, but you will all have to get it finished within 5 weeks. So if you look on this sheet, you'll see this sheet on Schoology. And let me go to the top of it if I can find my mouse here. There we go. If you go to the top of it, you'll see narrative unit. So in Schoology, you will see a folder called narrative folder or narrative unit. I can't remember exactly what I labeled it. Narrative something. There'll be a folder in Schoology. And one of the things in it will be this sheet of paper, this explanation. But I'm also going to print out for you the 4 journeys. So this explains what you're going to be doing. You're going to be picking one of the journeys: hiking, cycling, running, and some of you can choose walking with my permission. Now, definitely, if you're on a 504 or if you have an IEP, and if you have one of those 2 things, you know what I'm talking about. If you're like, what's a 504? What's an IEP? Then obviously you're not on those. If you're one of my ELL, English Language Learner students, and you want to choose the walking journey, you may. But most of you will not be allowed to choose the walking journey. That's set up for special circumstances. So most of you will only have cycling, running, or what was the other one? Hiking, one of those 3 journeys. Those of you on 504s, IEPs, ELLs, you can choose one of the 4. You can choose walking, and of course I need to sign off on it, or you can choose a different one. So let's scroll down a little bit. In this section, you're going to see all the standards that you'll be meeting in the narrative unit, no matter which journey you take. You will be meeting these standards. So don't worry about, am I learning what I'm supposed to be learning? Am I achieving what I'm supposed to be achieving? You will. I've got them set up so you will meet all the standards that are required for this unit. Then down here, down below, it kind of explains to you, right here in green, I highlighted the deadline. October 8th is the hard deadline. By October 8th, you should have all assignments finished. You should have already taken your unit test, and you have to submit your fictional story or personal narrative by October 8th. So that's 5 weeks, and I give you almost every day in class to work. And don't forget, some of those days are 90-minute periods. So you can get a lot done. You shouldn't have to do too much work at home unless, of course, you get sick or you're pulled out of school for a certain amount of time for something, I don't know, or you get yourself behind. This is not, though, I do want to say this again, this is not class time for you to do math homework, science homework, foreign language homework. It's English. Once you are finished with all your assignments, and you've submitted everything, then I don't care if you use that time to work on something else. But you're also reading an independent novel during this time. That has to be read and finished, and assignments that go with that are done by October 11th. So if you finish all your narrative stuff up early, then use my class time to read your independent novel or to get some assignments done for the independent novel. There's not a lot of assignments that go with your independent novel, but there are some, okay? So you might have to do some work at home. That depends on how focused you stay in class. Another thing is too, we're not allowed to disrupt other students during class time. You can't take them off topic. I'm going to have to like put you in another room or something if you can't stay focused. So earbuds, bring earbuds so you can tune other people out and you can stay focused and get work done. But you're doing all the work in class so that if you have questions, I'm there to answer them. And then some of your peers might be able to answer them too, but we're not asking mom and dad or our guardians at home to help us anymore. You're doing the work at school so that you can ask me to help you. All right, so let's scroll down a little bit further in the sheet. I've color coded the 4 journeys: hiking journey, cycling journey, running journey, walking journey. Those are the 4 explanations, so you can read through those to see which one I want to do. And then you can actually look at, so let's look at the hiking journey. The thematic unit for the hiking journey is there is beauty all around us. We need only to open our eyes and see it. Each of the journeys has its own thematic unit and its own stories and poetry and assignments. They're all different. So you can actually take your time and kind of go through it. I'm not going to read them all out loud to you, but you can actually go through the whole thing and see what is each assignment? What am I going to be reading? Let me take a look and click on some of these links and see if I want to do the hiking journey. And then it'll explain the cycling journey, et cetera, et cetera. Now, one thing that is uncommon with all of them is you need and I'm going to scroll all the way to the bottom so that then you can see it goes all the way down to the walking journey. Okay, you can read through all of them, scrolling up, not to make you dizzy, but you all need a 2-pocket folder. 2-pocket folder, absolutely. You will need your Chromebooks every single day for this. So make sure you have your Chromebook charger. Throw that in your backpack so that in case your computer goes dead, you can get your charger out of your backpack and plug in and keep working. And then you're all going to take some sort of final assessment. You will see on one of those journeys, you get a choice on what you want your final assessment to be, a regular test or something else. And then all of you are going to write a personal narrative or a fictional short story. They just have different requirements based on which journey you take. One of the journeys offers a lot of artistic outlets for those people who really like to be able to think outside the box. You like to do projects, you like to make videos, you like to create things, and that's how you want to show me what you've learned. And other people prefer just give me the standard, please. I just want to answer questions. I just want to do the regular writing. I want to take a regular test. And so you would pick that journey. So you have 4 journeys to pick from. We're going to get started on that this week, and you'll have almost every day to either work on your narrative unit journey or to work on your independent novel requirements. And that will be in another video. So there you have it, and everything's posted on Schoology in your narrative unit folder, the video folder.